Good morning, students. So, students, today we will start new chapter of partnership. As we had studied in the previous class, fundamental of partnership, and the last topic was adjustment in closed account. We had finished, and today we are going to start change in profit sharing ratio among existing partners, or we can say this new chapter name is Reconstitution of Partnership Form. So reconstitution means what? Reconstitution means when a new terms and conditions or agreement is to be framed, when old agreements comes to an end and new agreement is to be reconstructed, a new agreement is to be framed between the partners is called reconstitution of partnership. So, reconstitution of partnership form is a very important chapter for class 12 because so many questions would be asked from this chapter, and this chapter is the base for the next chapter of the partnership. And this chapter includes change in profit sharing ratio among existing partners and goodwill, nature and method of its valuations. So let me start, students. So first of all, we are going to study about what topic we will cover under this chapter. So this is learning objectives. It is saying that first under the learning objectives, we will cover reconstitution of partnership, then sacrificing ratio, then gaining ratio, then we will study about the goodwill, which includes meaning, nature, factors affecting the value of goodwill, then methods of valuation of goodwill. After that, we will cover change in profit sharing ratio of existing partners and the accounting treatment of goodwill, reserve and accumulated profits, revaluation of assets and reassessment of liabilities, and then adjustment of capital. So students, this whole topic we will cover in this chapter, and this chapter is very important to understand the next chapter also. Okay, so let me start first of all reconstitution of partnership. So what is the actually meaning of reconstitution of partnership? We will carry on. So here, students, you must know that in the very first chapter of the partnership, that is fundamental of partnership, we had studied about the meaning and definition of partnership. So as we people are knowing that the base of partnership is agreement, okay, and when the agreement comes to an end, it is called the solution of partnership, and when the partners make a new agreement to continue the business, it is called reconstitution of partnership. So let me study from the very beginning here. Since partnership is the relation between persons who have agreed to share the profit of a business carried on by all or any of them acting for all. So we find that an essential elements of any partnership is agreement among the partners. So now it is clear that any kind of partnership business must be based on the agreement. Agreement may be verbal or written, it doesn't matter, but the base of partnership is agreement, right? So now, does any change in the partnership agreement gives rise to change in the relationship of the partners? So what is saying? If there is change in partnership agreement, the partners are going to change, means they are going to end the old agreement and going to make a new agreement. Okay, so thus the any change in partnership agreement gives to rise to change gives rise to change in the relationship among the partners. It is called reconstitution of partners. So this is the point when the old agreement comes to an end and new agreement is to be framed between the partner is called reconstitution of partnership firm. So as a result, the existing agreement comes to an end and a new agreement comes into existence and thus firm continues. This means when old agreement comes to an end and new agreement comes into existence. The new agreement is to be framed by the existing partner. Why? To continue the existing business. Right? So it always lead to change in profit sharing ratio among the partners. So the students, now see here, the reconstitution of the firm take place in the following circumstances. So what are the circumstances? Let me move. So here, the reconstitution of the firm takes place in the following circumstances. The first circumstances is what you can see here. Change in the profit sharing ratio among the existing partners. So here it is saying a first condition of the reconstitution of partnership firm to change in the profit sharing ratio among the existing partner means there is no any admission of a new partner or no any other partners are getting retired. Among existing partner, suppose that there are three partners A, B and C and they were earlier sharing the profit and loss in 3:2:1, but now they decide to share in future equally. Suppose that. So now they are changing their profit sharing ratio and the number of partner is same. So this is called change in profit sharing ratio among the existing partners. So let me further move. So often changes take place in the existing partners or existing profit sharing ratio among partners due to change in their capital contributions or due to active or inactive participation in the management by a partner. So here it is saying that why they do change. The question is why they do change. So it is saying often changes take place in the existing profit sharing ratio among the partners due to change in the in their capital contribution. Suppose that Mr. A has introduced or invested rupees 5 lakh as a capital, B has invested rupees 4 lakh and C has invested rupees 3 lakhs. So they can change their profit sharing ratio and their capital ratio also. So there may be one base of the capital contribution or due to active or non-active participation in the management by a partner. Suppose that there are three partners and two partners are very active or one partner is sleeping means they are not active or not participating in the management. So the other partners may arise the question ki you are not participating so we will share more and you will share less. So there may be some other agreement. So these are the some examples of the ways to change in the profit sharing ratio. For instance, I'm giving you example here. X and Y are partners in a firm sharing profit in the ratio of 3:2. They decide to share profit and loss equally in future. So now you can see here earlier they were sharing in 3:2. Now they decided to share in equal proportion in future. So it amounts to reconstitution of partnership firm. So due to these changes, it will lead to reconstitution of partnership firm. As a result of change in the profit sharing ratio, some partners will gain in future while others will lose in future. Obviously, you can see in this question, in this example, X was getting 3 by 5 earlier and Y was getting 2 by 5. But now they are going to change equally. Means both partners will get equal proportion. This means A will and B both will get equal. So here A will lose and B will gain. Sorry, X will lose and Y will gain because Y will get the equal amount to X now. So you can see here, so this is the first reason to reconstitution of partnership form. So first condition is change in the profit sharing ratio among the existing partner, right? Now next, let me move for the next. Second one is, second circumstances is saying admission of a new partner. Suppose that there were two partners, partner A and B, and now they decided to admit Mr. C as a new partner. So obviously, if C is entering into the firm, the new agreement is to be made, or new agreement comes into existence. So old agreements will comes to an end between A and B, and now the new agreement would be uh, come into the existence between A, B, and C. Okay, so this is one of the reason or best to reconstitution of partnership. So let we see here what is saying. Sometimes the existing partners feel that a new partner be admitted as a partner. The incoming partner will bring additional capital in the firm, and the managerial capacity of the firm will also go up, but the existing partner will have to sacrifice their profit share in favor of the incoming partner. Yes, because the new partner is bringing some amount of capital and managerial capacity, but in return he will get some share of profit. So obviously the existing partner must have sacrifice. So thus it amounts to reconstitution of firm. So due to admission of a new partners, there it will lead to reconstitution of her. So let me see from the example. For example, A and B are partners in a firm sharing profits and losses in the ratio of 2:1. Now they are saying here that they admitted C as a new partner for 1 by 4 share in the profits. 1 by 4 share of profits. So the profit sharing ratio of partners will naturally change. Obviously, earlier only the A and B were sharing the whole profit. Now in future, A, B and C all together will share the whole profit. So obviously A and B will sacrifice in favor of C. So this is one of the reason. Third circumstances or situation to reconstitution of partnership form is retirement of an existing partner. Retirement means what? Suppose that earlier A, B, C were doing as a partner, work in a partnership firm, but now C wants to get retired from the firm. So C have to give the notice due to any reason he wants to get retired due to illness or some any other reason maybe. So the remaining partner can make a new agreement between themselves to continue the business. So whenever there is change in the profit sharing ratio, it is called reconstitution of partnership firms, as you know. So here, often one of the existing partner of a firm decides to retire due to old age. कभी ऐसा भी हो सकता है कि कोई पार्टनर बहुत बूढ़ा हो गया हो और वो रिटायर लेना चाहता हो, रिटायरमेंट चाहता हो, or ill health, or due to permanent disability, etc. There may be any cause of retirement. So in such cases also profit sharing ratio will change as the share of retiring partner will go to the existing partner in future. Obviously, if one partner is getting retired, so now in future the whole profit would be divided between only the remaining partner or existing partner. Obviously, the remaining partner will be gaining partner and the outgoing partner will be the sacrificing partner. So it will also result in reconstitution of the firm. For instance, P, Q, and R are partners in a firm sharing profits in the ratio of 3:1. Q decides to retire from the firm and the profit sharing ratio of the firm will change in future. Obviously, if Q is getting retired, so only P and R will share the whole profit between themselves. Right? Now, let me move for the third next condition. Next situation is here death of a partner. So retirement one of the cause and another cause is death. Suppose that any one partner dies. So when the one partner getting dies, so remaining partner will make a new agreement between themselves for the sharing profit in the future to continue the business. So this is also one of the reason to reconstitution of the partnership firm. So an existing partnership comes to an end by the death of a partner, and the profit sharing ratio of the remaining partner will automatically change. You know, ki one partner dies, so remaining partner will share the whole profit in future. So thus, it also amounts to reconstitution of the firm. It is just like a retirement. The difference is retirement. In case of retirement, the partners gives notice in advance, but in case of death, no any advance notice. So, for example, X, Y, and Z are partners sharing profit in the ratio of 2 is to 2 is to 1. Y dies on 1st July 2019. So X and Z decide to share future profits equally. So obviously you can see here Y dies and the remaining partner is X and Z will share profit equally. So there is change in profit sharing ratio. So this leads to reconstitution of partnership firm. And next situation when the reconstitution may happen. So amalgamation of two partnership firm. Here, amalgamation means here mean two partnership firm when they will amalgamate into one. So here it is saying to avoid competition in future. Sometimes suppose that two partnership firm are doing the similar business and they are doing the competition. And so to avoid the competition in future, to separate firm may decide to amalgamate in future. For instance, A and B are the partners in a firm sharing profit in the ratio of 2 to 1. And C and D are also partners sharing profit in the ratio of 3 to 2. These two are different partnership firm. A and B is different and C and D is the different partnership firm. So they decided to amalgamate the two firms and decided that the new profit sharing ratio of A, B, C and D will be 2:1:3:1. Okay. Thus we find that reconstitution of firm always result in change in the existing profit sharing ratio among the partners. So the change in profit sharing ratio is the prerequisite of reconstitution of firm. So when there is change in profit sharing ratio, then it will be called the reconstitution of partnership firm. It's a prerequisite of reconstitution of firm. The old partnership comes to an end and the new partnership comes into existence. However, the partnership form continues. So I think you have understood why the reconstitution happens. Main reason of reconstitution is to change in profit sharing ratio. So okay student, today I will finish the class up to this, and in next video I will share the further how to calculate the sacrificing ratio and gaining ratio. Okay.